The game this year can feel incredibly frustrating at times, both when attacking and defending. But after watching this video, that frustration is going to flip into excitement. Not only will you learn how to attack and build up play with what I think is the most fun formation in the game, but I'll also show you how to defend with it effectively. By the end, you'll have a complete blueprint to dominate both sides of the pitch. The game this year can feel incredibly frustrating at times, both when attacking and defending. But after watching this video, that frustration is going to flip into excitement. Not only will you learn how to attack and build up play with what I think is the most fun formation in the game, but I'll also show you how to defend with it effectively. By the end, you'll have a complete blueprint to dominate both sides of the pitch. Let me make the build-up phase as simple as possible. Your only goal is to reach the final third. That's it. Once you're there, and your opponent is controlling their defenders, that's when we start cooking. In this clip, notice how I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. I'm passing backwards, recycling the ball, and then moving forward again. Think of it like this. Whenever you get too close to the opponent, you don't force it. You run away. But running away doesn't mean you're scared. It means you're pulling your opponent out of position and breaking their midfield line. Watch how often I go back to my midfielders. The reason? It creates a cleaner passing lane into my strikers. You have to be patient, ladies and gentlemen. Even when I use a skill move here, it's not to beat my man. It's to bait him in and force him to chase me. Now keep in mind, this is Division 5 gameplay, and the guy I'm playing was at least Division 1, maybe even Elite, last year. So the build-up naturally takes more time. Here's a key detail. Notice my striker Sophia. Look at the pocket she sits in, right between the defenders. That's the space you want to target. Why? Because when the opponent commits their defender to press, I can take a touch away and cut inside. Suddenly, they're scrambling to make up lost ground, and that almost always leads to an easy goal. To recap, all we're really trying to do in the build-up is simple. Get to the final third. That's the foundation. But here's the thing. This year is the year of the counters. Games can swing in seconds, and if you don't know how to counter properly, you'll get punished. The good news? This 4-4-2 formation shines on the counter. It's built for it. You've got two strikers up top, your wide mids ready to sprint into space, and your midfield set up perfectly to win the ball and launch forward instantly. So let me show you how to use it. Watch this clip. As soon as I win the ball, notice how I'm not overthinking. I already know my strikers are positioned to stretch the back line. A quick pass into midfield, one trigger run, and we're in. The key is speed and simplicity. 2 or 3 passes max before you're creating a chance. This is why patience in the build-up pays off. You frustrate your opponent, force them to commit, and then when it's your turn to counter, boom, you hit them with ruthless efficiency. When you trigger a player, you must be patient. Don't just smash the through ball right away. Instead, wait for the perfect moment. In this clip, watch my striker. I see he's got plenty of space in front of him. So what do? I trigger his run by pointing my left stick in his direction. That's step 1. Now here's the key. I don't instantly force the pass. I wait until he's shoulder to shoulder with the defender. That's when the through ball becomes lethal. And when you play it, always use full power. That way the ball hits the space hard and gives your striker the best chance to break free. And once that happens, well, then we cook. Here I'm just showing off, but the principle is the same every time. Be patient, time the pass, and then let the 4-4-2 do the damage. This topic was actually voted on by my amazing Discord community. Over there, I answer all kinds of questions about tactics, gameplay, and improvements. It's a really mature group of players who just want to get better and enjoy the game. The link to join is right there in the pinned comment. And while you're at it, if you want to take your game to the next level, I also offer personal coaching. I'll work with you one-on-one, break down your gameplay, and teach you how to really master FIFA. Forget buying FIFA points. That won't actually make you better. If you want real improvement, invest in yourself with a coach. Trust me, it'll change the way you play. Now let's get into the defensive side of the 4-4-2. First thing I want to say is this. If you don't already know, this might be the most manual defending FIFA of all time. One single mistake, one wrong step, and you're cooked. But don't let that scare you. Here's the key. The reason we have our midfielders set as box-to-box is simple. This year, the game is about outscoring your opponent. Even if you try holding or sitting deep, your midfielders will naturally push higher. They don't care. That's just how the game is built. So instead of fighting it, we use it to our advantage. By putting them on box-to-box, they're involved in both sides of the game. They support the attack, but they also track back to help defensively. It gives the 4-4-2 that balance we need to survive in this year's meta. Remember, your midfield is your shield. If you stay patient, cut passing lanes, and let your mids do the running, you'll make defending in this ultra-manual game a lot less stressful. This game is all about defending in numbers. Don't try to defend with one player. Always bring support. Here's how. Use second man press, but sparingly. Don't hold it down forever. Just use it to put an extra body close to the ball carrier. If your second man press is already covering a midfielder, then take control of your center back and use second man press to the max. Inside the box, that's where R1 comes in. Use it constantly. It's the best way to close space and put immediate pressure on your opponent's attackers. But the most important rule, jockey. Stay calm, don't overcommit, and keep your distance from the striker, especially on counters. If your opponent is countering, give yourself space. Don't dive in with your center back trying to win the ball back instantly. That's how you get punished. Outside the box, your job is containment. Slow the attack down just long enough for your midfielders to track back and help. And finally, here's the golden rule. Always prioritize covering the run. Anytime you see an opponent making a run in behind, drop everything and sprint with your defender to cover it. Start running before their attacker reaches your backline. Anticipation is everything. This is the foundation. I'll make a full dedicated defending video soon, but if you follow these principles, you'll already notice a massive difference. The reality is simple. You're going to concede goals, a lot of them. That's just how this game is built. But don't stress. The key is learning how to manage those moments. And that's why this tactic will help you outscore the opponent. If you focus on dealing with the counter, you'll be fine. Cover the runs, don't overcommit, and instead use speed jockeying to buy yourself time. Also, make sure you're defending with your midfielders more often. They're your first line of defense in this 4-4-2, and using them will save your backline from being exposed too early. When your opponent is countering, the most important thing is giving yourself space. Don't dive in too soon. Instead, run back with your defenders. By doing this, you block off the passing lanes and make it much harder for them to slip through balls in between your backline. Now, once they're inside the box, that's where the approach changes. Don't be afraid to get close to the attacker. But here's the key. Don't tackle, just shadow them. Most of the time, your center back will make a tackle animation naturally without you pressing the button. The reason you don't want to spam tackle is simple. If you miss, you're cooked. One whiff, and it's a free shot on goal. So stay disciplined, jockey, get tight, and let the game work for you. Do that. Stay patient. And even though goals will happen, you'll still come out on top more often than not.